Greetings, greetings, and welcome to the Positive Tarot. So today I am showing cards once again because you guessed it, today's topic is about cards. Okay, so I just wanted to do this for fun. So I was like, what? This is something that is interesting. Even I myself, like 2 years ago or 5 years ago, I never thought that I'd be using cards. I'd be in this line or doing this with my life. But yeah, cards have a strong history, so I decided to use some cards. Okay, so I got some new play cards as you can see. And this is the tarot. But cards actually, okay, the tarot deck has 78 cards, and these playing cards usually have like 56 cards altogether, right? And 56 of the 78 cards in the tarot are actually these ones. So they are more or less the same but different, which is why you can also have like those bicycle cards or different kinds of playing cards. But the spades are the spades, the diamonds are the diamonds, the hearts are the hearts, the shrubs are the shrubs, and so on and so forth. In the same way, in the what you call in the tarot card, these two, for example, they stand for the pentacles, right? So I'm going to move on to the cards themselves, but I'm just going to talk about the elements. So now these are spades, which actually stand for earth, right? So playing cards in general, they have air, water, fire, and earth, the elements of the four elements of the earth. So yeah, actually, now getting into the cards. So the first card about cards that I got is the Ten of Pentacles. So now, okay, or the Ten of Spades. So now this card is actually the card of inheritance. Usually, like when person has made money, which is like on the earthly realm, and is about to give his or inherit some, have some inheritance, or give or away some inheritance, right? So now what I am getting intuitively from this is that play cards or cards in general, they have a very, very, very long history, and they come from way, way back. Because ever since I was born, I found these cards on the earth. I probably am going to leave them on the earth, and they do have a strong history, right? And they have been inherited through generations, and because of that they are very, very rich in meaning and rich in history, because not a lot of people know tarot cards, but almost everybody knows playing cards, even though playing cards actually came from the tarot. If you actually research the history of playing cards in themselves, right? So they actually have been here for the longest time, and they come from way back, right? And then now I'm going to move on a little bit to the Third of Pentacles, right? Or the Three of Spades. So this is also another earthly card, and this is three. This three number is the number of collaboration, right? So playing cards have actually, yeah, mostly been used to play in groups, right? So they can be used to play in groups. Oh, okay, wait, moving back. And they've also been used a lot for gambling. So maybe some people have inherited a whole lot of money and lost, unfortunately, a whole lot of money from playing with these cards, right? But anywho, they do have a rich history. They have survived the ages, and here we are today using them. And then Three of Pentacles, they have been used together in groups. They have like formed relationships, or closer relationships, in the form of play dates, or I don't know. They've formed the rich part of my childhood. I used to play a lot with them, you see. So they initially started, I suppose, as a fun thing, right? And then they developed into being used also for divination, right? For having multiple purposes, right? And then now I'm going to move on to the Queen of Cups, right? So I decided, actually, I got myself a new stack of cards. I don't know if you can see how brand new they look, but I was like, okay, I want to do, with these new play cards, I want to do a reading about cards themselves. But I was like, let me just get just one from the tarot, just one card from the tarot, right? And I got the Queen of Cups. And I feel that this is so fitting. This is so nice. I don't know why I'm seeing these babies now on top of her head, you see, or angels or what. Okay, we can get so deep into what the symbolics are, but the cups in these normal types of cards, play cards, they would be the heart, right? The cups represent water flowing, and the heart usually represents feelings, right? Intuition, and it's fitting. So the Queen of Cups, when reading these cards, like I am doing right now, I could say yes, there is a objective definition of cards or of things, but these things are actually based on intuition. So when I say sometimes that I'm getting messages from spirit, or I'm just asking for any types of messages, I also have to be in tune, right? Which is I think, or I believe, intuition. Okay, yes, intuition is having inner knowledge, but like, being in tune, intuition. Okay, maybe that doesn't sound right, but like, yes. So you actually, in this field, you have to use a lot of your intuition, be aware, and sometimes you might not always be able to explain everything in a factual way, but more in a spiritual way, right? Being connected, right? And cards, okay, based on this Queen of Cups and intuition, I feel that cards are just another tool of connecting with the universe or higher source, right? Or with the spiritual realm. Because many people, they could use, like, she has a cup in her hands, okay, a goblet, a golden goblet, and it's looking hella fancy. But some people actually read tea leaves. They can read coffee, can read rocks, shells. Some people can actually look at birds. One of the people from one of my favorite books, The Alchemist, he got messages from the birds, right? About an impending war. Those are, those, and I feel that you probably, who's listening or who's watching, you have probably had an inner feeling or sixth sense, or sensed something, seen something in the environment, and then it alerted you to an upcoming event or to something, right? And then when that thing happened, it's almost like it was a confirmation for what you already knew but couldn't say you knew because of facts, but you knew that you knew. Or if you didn't know that you knew, it confirmed to you that you knew when the event actually happened, right? So cards are just one of many ways of just getting communication, right? Because as much as, okay, now I'm talking a little bit about me. As much as now I'm using cards, if I tune in with the person, let's say maybe the person is with me, or a situation is about to happen, I can just, without any kind of tools, tune in, right? But cards are just a sort of a reference point, you see, a starting point. And we all have this intuition, right? So we might not all know what, okay, we can all study, because going back to the Ten of Pentacles and inheritance, it's also a form of knowledge, you see. Knowledge that has been stored and passed through the generations. But as much as this knowledge is here, intuition, is the most important, right? What you get from it. So another person could come here, get the same cards, and get a different message. Or let's say maybe I didn't ask about cards, but I asked about food, for example. Then I'd probably get a different message, because then I'd just have to be tuned in. Maybe we might not always see these angels or these ancestors or God or whoever it is who might be communicating with us or giving us these messages. But, when you are in tune, you might be looking at what's in front of you, but actually getting messages from a higher source, right? So, yeah, so I don't think I've left anything out as such, because yes, I just wanted to do a reading about cards, and cards come from way back, and they actually, oh yes, and actually the Three of Pentacles, a lot of people working together to make, I think it isn't just like for playing, but a whole lot of people have contributed to their existence. Even tarot cards, there's different types of tarot cards, and different people have invested their time and creativity into building them. Also, the same as these cards, right? Different people have taken their own interpretation or done their own designs, and a whole lot of people have been involved in. Sorry. in the cards that are in front of me today, and probably you have a deck of cards somewhere at home or in your house or somewhere. You see, a whole lot of work went into that. You see, and it's passed through different generations, and yeah, cards can really do influence your feelings as well. You see, I mean, when you win, you feel some type of way. When you lose, you feel some type of way. But also connecting from your feelings can tell you a lot. You can get some hidden messages. Actually, some messages aren't that hidden, or maybe you could say they're hidden out in the open. All right. Yeah, hidden in plain sight. But once you tune in, then they're not so hidden anymore. Right? Then you actually see what's in front of us all. So yeah, I don't know what your favorite game was, but growing up, my favorite game was Crazy 8. I think it still is my favorite game. But anywho, I hope next time when you play some cards, you're gonna know, like, they're quite deep, hey? They're quite deep and they come from far. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, and having a little bit of my background of, like, yeah, what my take on cards and of spirituality and of reading, you see, or like card reading. Some people do palm readings, some people do bone readings, like anything literally can be used to tune in to the messages that the universe has hidden in plain sight. But anywho, that is me signing out. I am Lesejo, and if you have not already subscribed, please do so. And if you have enjoyed this video, please press the like button or leave a comment. You know, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have any comments, feel free to add there. I'd be looking forward to interacting with you. Thank you, and until next time, bye.